Welcome to Spoken Love Podcast, where words don't just tell stories, they breathe them. Here we strip love and life down to the bone, unfolding our truths in rhythm and rhyme through dialogue that's part poetry, part confession, and all real. So lean in, let the silence between the verses speak, and join me for a conversation wrapped in poetry. This is Spoken Love Podcast. We are kicking off season 2, y'all. And we're doing something very different this time, something much deeper. This season is all about storytelling and poetry, where love isn't just described, it's felt. I'll be reciting chapters from a short story I wrote, pieces of my own journey stitched into fictional hearts. It's love, life, and becoming, all woven together. You'll hear the sweetness, the longing, the mistakes, the lessons, the things we rarely say out loud. And as each chapter unfolds, you'll find yourself leaning in, eager to know what happens next. Because this isn't just a story, it's a reflection of how we love, how we lose, and how we learn to choose ourselves again. Riveting, tender, honest. Welcome to Season 2. Chapter 4, When Destiny Remembers. Brooklyn, present day. Saturday mornings hit differently at 40. The kind where sunlight paints warm stripes across hardwood floors. Coffee smells like peace and silence finally feels like a friend instead of a reminder. Bri sat at her kitchen island, hair wrapped, oversized black CEO energy tee hanging loose, scrolling through emails while Naomi clanged cereal bowls like drums. Mom, Naomi dragged around the sound. Can I have 2 bowls? Bri eyed her, amused. You eat like a grown man, girl. 2, but drink water after. As Naomi skipped away, Bri's phone buzzed again. LinkedIn notification from Chase Miller. Her heart somersaulted. She tapped. Funny how life circles back. You look amazing. Congrats on everything. Coffee. Soon? Love, Chase. It felt like a door from her youth cracked open, warm light spilling into her present. She hovered over the keyboard, unsure what age 40 wisdom should say, but healing had taught her one truth. Growth deserves grace. So she typed back, coffee sounds good. Next Saturday, noon, love Bri. Send. Her pulse raced, butterflies gossiped, and somewhere inside, a younger version of herself twirled. Chase. West Coast reaction. Chase leaned back in his office chair, staring at the reply. He whispered to no one. She answered. 42 felt heavy some days. Success didn't feel the quiet, and the quiet felt like God clearing space. He texted his assistant, book me a trip to New York, Friday, for 3 days. When she asked the purpose, he replied, personal. But the way he wrote it felt sacred. The night before, Bree stood in her bathroom, hair freshly pressed, staring into the mirror. Confidence looked good on her, grown, soft, wise. Still, nerves fluttered. She whispered, God, let me be present. Let me see with spirit. Let me guard my peace. And if this is not the one, let me walk away whole. Peace settled like a silk scarf around her shoulders. In her room, Naomi peeked in. You nervous? Bree smirked. A little. Do you like him? I used to, Bree admitted, a long time ago. Naomi nodded like a tiny judge. Well, don't be weird. Girl, go to bed. They both laughed. The coffee shop. Reunion. Saturday at noon. A cozy cafe in Fort Greene. Exposed brick. Soft jazz. Chai cinnamon in the air. Conversations murmured around them like secrets. Bree walked in, heels soft on the wood floor, locks cascading like a crown, denim jumpsuit, gold hoops, fragrance whispering luxury. Chase stood when he saw her. Older, sharper jawline, salt and pepper beard to make angels reconsider. suit casual but expensive. They stared, silent stretching, but not awkward, just full. Hi, he breathed. Hi, she smiled back. They hugged, warm, familiar, like home hadn't changed address. Coffee and closure. They sat across from each other, steaming mugs between them like tiny fireplaces. I watched you grow, Chase said quietly. From afar, proud doesn't begin to cover it. You too, Bri replied. Tech mogul and real estate mogul? You really became that man on the rooftop. He chuckled, still figuring it out. There was a pause, not dead air, but memory. You disappeared, Bree said gently. Chase nodded honestly in his eyes. I was scared of never being enough. For you, for the future, for the dream. Bree exhaled slowly. I wasn't ready either. I had healing I didn't even know I needed. Chase leaned in, voice slipping poetic. Some hearts need distance to learn the sound of their own beat. Bree's smile softened. And some hearts, she whispered back, need silence to recognize God's voice. A beat passed, then two. The walk. They left the cafe and strolled through the park. Trees swayed gently, sun peeking through leaves like shy witnesses. So you have a daughter, Chase said. Naomi. She's 10. Smart, funny, a tiny activist. He grinned. That's your whole personality in a miniature form. And you? Bree asked. You have kids? His eyes dimmed. No, almost married once. Wrong timing, wrong alignment. She nodded, empathy spilling from her eyes. Timing does matter. He smirked slightly. I think God benched me until I matured. She teased. Took you long enough? They laughed. Easy, unguarded. Subtle sparks. A street performer played guitar nearby, a soulful melody floating across the park. Chase's eyes softened as he watched Bree's face glow in the sunlight. Do you ever think about us? He asked quietly. Bree took a breath. I think about who we were. We were pure. We loved like the world was small. Her voice lowered. But now, love has bills, boundaries, and babies. Chase nodded. I'm not looking for fairy tales, he said. Just alignment. He paused, adding, I don't want perfection. I want partnership. Prayers can pray together. Goals can chase together. And a peace that don't cost me my purpose. Bree's heart fluttered. Grown woman butterflies, the expensive kind. A protective heart. How would you feel, she asked, cautiously, about dating someone with a child? Chase didn't flinch. Child means legacy, laughter, responsibility. I don't fear that. I respect it. He continued, I'm not here for access to you without investment in what you love. Heat flushed her cheeks. That answer was grown. Before they parted, at the park gate, sun dipping into gold, they slowed. Neither wanted to end the moment. Chase cleared his throat. Dinner? Tomorrow? Somewhere quiet? Bree hesitated, not because she didn't want to go, but because healed women are careful. Yes, she said finally. Quiet sounds good. He smiled, relieved. Later that night, Bree journaled before bed. God give me eyes to see red flags and courage to explore green lights. Let my discernment be louder than my trauma and my hope be wiser than my history. Across Manhattan, Chase sat on a hotel balcony, city lights flickering against his glass of water. He whispered, Lord, keep my ego gentle, my intentions clear and my steps in line. The city exhaled. 2 prayers lifted, 1 story resurrected. Not rushed, just right. In chapter 4, of When Heaven Waited, destiny finally stops whispering and starts speaking clearly. After years of silence, separate heartbreaks, and individual growth, Bri and Chase reconnect, not through chance, but through divine alignment. What begins as a simple LinkedIn message becomes a moment that changes everything. Their first reunion over coffee is soft, cautious, and layered with emotions. Bri walks in with healed confidence. Chase arrives with intention, and for the first time in decades, they see each other not as who they were, but as who they've been. This chapter explores the slow reawakening of love that never truly ended. There's vulnerability, accountability, and faith guiding every step. Chase moves with maturity, giving Bri space to feel safe. Bri moves with discernment, protecting her peace and her daughter. Their chemistry is undeniable, but it's their emotional alignment that makes this reunion different. Chapter 4 teaches us that recognition and reconnection isn't about picking up where you left off. It's about meeting each other, healed, ready, and surrendered to God's timing. Some love stories don't return for nostalgia, they return for purpose. And just like that, another chapter closes. But the story of love and life never really ends. If these words moved you, share them, carry them, live them out loud. Follow Spoken Love Podcast wherever you listen, and meet me here again where the dialogue stays candid and the poetry stays alive.